Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hey everyone, checking in on the big three, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Starting off with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We're starting to slow down a bit after a 3-day breakout. Blue sky bulls very strong. The $10,000 level is looming. We have people likely taking some profit under that psychological boundary, and that is what humans do. Nice round numbers. I see it in $1 stock, $10 stock, $100 stocks. Bitcoin at 10,000 is no different. Doesn't mean we can't break it, but just means we're going to likely slow down a little bit and see that profit taking. So the 4-hour time frame is getting tight, and we have our equilibrium pattern now. So we have our low of the pullback down at 94.38, our lower high with the inability to break the all-time high. We came very close, but we couldn't break it by $15. So that is now a high, low, lower high, and we're going to look to form a higher low compared to 94.38 and likely tighten up into tomorrow morning. Doesn't have to be the case, but I wouldn't be surprised to wake up and see that we're trading very tightly in this 4-hour pattern tomorrow morning, because again, that would just be 3 candlesticks from now. Either way, if we see that tightening equilibrium pattern, we will know that a new all-time high, if we break the lower high pattern, a new all-time high is coming. And if we see a bear break and a loss of 94.38, that tells me that this top is in for now, and this run is done to see healthy consolidation on the daily time frame. Now, that consolidation may only last 1 day. It may last 4 days. I don't know that until I start to see the volume and the price action and the way things are trading. But as of right now, the bulls are still in full control as long as this level holds. On the hourly time frame, I drew this resistance line before I left for the day, and I came back and we perfectly rejected from it. Still, within striking distance of it, the bulls could form a bullish cup and handle pattern with our left side, the consolidation, the inability to break it, healthy handle pattern, and then a bull break. But as of right now, we're just being cautious as we are in this tightening pattern. If the bulls do show up, we'll see a bullish MACD cross and a really strong continuation move where we will be looking to test that $10,000 level. But if we don't, we just had an inside bar bear break on the hourly time frame. So the bears have some momentum in their favor, and we'll be looking for that higher low compared to 94.38. So that's a very important level. If you are long-term, short-term, well, not too long-term. If you're a swing trader for multiple days or a day trader, that's the support level that you're watching. There was a really nice oversold bounce opportunity today. Got those alerts firing off and sending, my phone was going off for all of the big three for the 15-minute oversold RSI. And just before that in the chat room, I was saying that we are looking for an oversold bounce, and if the 15-minute RSI is oversold along with the 5-minute RSI, that makes us that much more confident that a bounce is coming. We are in a very strong uptrend in all of these names, and as we saw back in May and June and July, when we're in a very strong uptrend, the shorter-term time frames going oversold is a signal that a lot of the bulls act on, and that was certainly the case earlier today, where the 15-minute RSI got one of those little double dips. Not everybody double dipped, and we'll look at those other two in just a moment, but we broke and saw the 15-minute RSI get oversold, and that is where the bounce took place. And even if you got this early signal, ideally you would have exited on this inside bar bear break. So there's so many signals to be looking at, but 15-minute oversold RSI, inside bar, bear break, 15-minute oversold RSI, inside bar, bull break. So there's a complete different outcome on the oversold bounce attempts, and then just higher lows and higher highs for really nice follow through. We saw a move from 94.38 up to 96.48. So that is a nice $100 move, or a nice $200 move in a very short amount of time. And then if you held on even longer, made it the whole way up. And again, when you're in an uptrend, the two plays on oversold bounces are get some wiggle room and set your stop loss at break even, and then try and ride it out longer term to see continuation of the long-term pattern, or just lock in that profit short term, be happy with your gains, and move on and find the next setup. Those are the two ways to play it. And as of right now, it would have been a little bit more beneficial to hold longer. And let's see if this ends up being a handle. Certainly could fit that pattern right now. This is going to be a sloppy drawing, but just looking at this little handle channel of consolidation currently ongoing. So ETH on the daily time frame, I got all kinds of arrows to get out of the way here, pointing things out in the other video. But we have a big upper wick of profit taking, an inside bar on the daily time frame forming. We're very overextended, but we are in blue sky breakout. It's the same thing where the 4-hour time frame losing the higher low pattern is going to let us know when the trend is changing. So we had our all-time high, healthy consolidation. We had a low at 451.81, a higher low at 453.87, a new all-time high, a higher low at 462.10, and now we're seeing a little bit of indecision. If we break 462.10, we lose the 4-hour higher low pattern, and we will then shift to a little lower high and then a lower low. That would be the red flag for the bulls, same as it would be on Bitcoin for the longer term perspective on things. The hourly chart had that nice bounce play out, a lot of profit taking that we just saw. Still on the verge of a bullish MACD cross, but there are some clear hourly lower highs here that we're keeping an eye on, and as long as we keep seeing these lower highs with our new resistance at 483, the high of this bounce, as long as we keep seeing lower highs, we are in shorter term consolidation, which we've been in most of today. And I didn't really make any trades today. I did make one, and it was this Ethereum trade where I was looking for this oversold bounce. So I got the 15-minute oversold RSI alert. I jumped on and I looked at Ethereum. I started staggering my orders looking for, I'll show you exactly what I was doing. So I started looking for an oversold bounce. I look back and I say, okay, where's our support? I go to the hourly time frame and I say our next support is down at 453.87, and we're trading in the low 460s and looking oversold. So I don't believe we're going to drop another $10 with the 5-minute or the 15-minute RSI already down in the mid to low 20s. To see another $10 drop, we would have to see the RSI approaching really single digits at that point. So I was confident to start scaling in. I then flash over and I look at Bitcoin and I say, okay, Bitcoin's oversold as well. There's a clear correlation that is leading us to the downside with Ethereum being dragged down by Bitcoin. But I know that the 15-minute oversold RSI is going to likely see a bounce soon. So I started scaling in my orders, and my top order was 462.10, and that's where we filled. So I only got filled with 20% of my position because my other orders were 461.10, 460.10, 458.10, just staggering on the way down, thinking we'd get a little bit closer and ideally protecting myself by staggering those out enough where if I didn't get the ideal entry, it would average me down as I continued to fill. So I ended up only getting 20% and did flip it fairly quickly just because I'm not going to try and sit here and monitor a 20% position and try and establish a game plan around that. I just locked in the profit on the initial bounce, and that's pretty much all I did today. So not a whole lot going on. I knew it was starting off with the consolidation setup in the morning, and I didn't want to try and force anything. That was the opportunity, that 15-minute oversold bounce for a really solid bull day or a bull trade today. And I just missed it and didn't revenge trade or anything like that. Completely accepted it. That being said, I was also trading Canadian MJ, so never a dull moment. When we're in consolidation mode, Canadian MJ has stocks going 10 to 20% in blue sky breakout as well. So profit everywhere in this market, in every market in 2017. Pretty insane. So where Ethereum stands right now, 4-hour time frame, again, that key support, 462.10, and our resistance, 483, is the top right now. Litecoin on the daily time frame, also an inside bar forming of healthy consolidation. We look at the 4-hour time frame and our higher low is clearly established. That higher low is 86.75, and the bulls need to maintain that to form higher lows and keep this 4-hour time frame in their favor. In terms of resistance, we have the high of the bounce where we topped out at 91.75. That's a resistance level. I drew this resistance line before I left for the day, and the price was down here and just rejected right from it, and I was using this level, the lower high on the hourly, which was at 91.55. And although the price did break that level by 20 cents, clearly there was little follow through, and we have pulled back from under that level. These other lines here were from the 15-minute time frame, just watching a tightening pattern, and I drew that resistance line, and I was keeping an eye on seeing where that break would occur, and it was a clear bear break and some consolidation very similar to the Bitcoin consolidation currently ongoing. So shorter term support, 89.96, but really I would just be looking at the hourly and say the bulls really want to hold that 89.96 level and want to see a break of 91.75 for a more clear bull break and try and make their way back on the 4-hour time frame back towards that recent high. So where we stand, I'm not really feeling rushed to do anything as I head into going to bed, really. And I'm just going to wake up tomorrow and take it tomorrow as it stands, because there's nothing that's telling me we're going to break out. A couple days ago, we had that beautiful 4-hour pattern, and it was actually last night where I said that, the ideal play would be potentially getting in half Ethereum and half Litecoin. I did that. I was in Litecoin when I made the video. I got into Ethereum after I made the video, and this 4-hour chart gave us that really nice bull break and follow through. So woke up to some really nice gains on Litecoin, getting that continuation, and on Ethereum as well. So sold those positions this morning. And again, just patiently waiting for the next opportunity and not rushing anything. So that's where we stand as we head into tomorrow. All about the 4-hour time frame. It's really giving us the best perspective of things. The 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin is going to be very key and likely the leader. So that's the one to be watching the closest, in my opinion. I appreciate you watching. Check out the interview I did with Nuggets News, and have a great night.